If you're watching this is because you want to get your spouse back. And I need to slow down this conversation before we go any further. Most advice about getting your spouse back is going to push them further away because probably you're not doing it wrong, but it teaches you how to chase. And when you're chasing connection, it's going to be repelling to them. And so today I'm going to show you how to actually make this reconnection possible again. But before we continue, I want to be clear about something. And this is not about manipulation or convincing or pressuring or any sort of quick tricks or hacks. This is about not getting them to say the perfect thing to change their mind either, because I don't want you to force an outcome. That's not going to help you. But if your goal is to reconnect, if your goal is to have the conditions where this can actually happen naturally and you get to have your spouse come closer towards you, that's what we're going to do today. Because most people end up doing three things wrong. One, they over-explain. They promise, I'm going to change, or they try to prove how much they care about their spouse. And they come at it from a place of fear. And when you're in fear, your spouse is going to feel that immediately, even if you're pretending to be calm on the surface, because your spouse doesn't pull away because you didn't explain it enough, right? They pull away because the relationship itself started to feel emotionally unsafe for them. And the thing that most people miss, that you don't get your spouse back by trying to pull them closer. You actually get them back by becoming the person they want to be around, by being the person who feels safe and inviting to be close to. And this starts with your regulation, your nervous system, not by you trying to persuade them. And so you have to be stable before you create intimacy. Safety before connection. If your spouse has emotionally or physically pulled away, stop doing that. Stop chasing reassurance. Stop trying to resolve everything in one conversation. Stop trying to monitor their reaction to signs of hope. Every one of those behaviors is going to increase the pressure, and pressure never brought anybody back. It actually will confirm to them why they needed that distance in the first place. The most powerful shift that you can make is inside, it's internal. It's not necessarily just mindset or positive thinking, it's nervous system regulation. And so when you stop reacting from that panic place, the relationship environment changes. And so your nervous system is going to give off a better signal. You're going to feel calmer. You're not going to have to explain yourself all the time. You're going to be much more steady emotionally, and you're going to know what you want and what you don't want. You're going to stop chasing. And if you've ever had your spouse saying to you, well, you're never going to change, and you're feeling very, very anxious, and you're trying to convince them that you're going to change, then you're still chasing them. And naturally, you're going to have a lot of resistance to whatever you're saying. And so what we actually want to do is create an environment where there's no pressure, no agenda, no hidden sales pitch to them. And that's going to create a relief inside of them. They're not going to have that resistance that they've had to you or your changes in behavior. And of course, doing these shifts isn't going to guarantee necessarily that your spouse is going to come back, but it's going to create the best environment for them to do so. Because when you're chasing, pleading, or trying to control the outcome, that's absolutely guaranteed that they're not going to come back. And so this approach is going to restore your self-respect, which is so important, your steadiness, your clarity. And paradoxically, this is actually what's going to make the connection possible again. They're going to start to feel attracted to you again, and they're going to start to feel drawn to you again. They're going to feel safe in your presence. Both of you together are going to be able to break the pattern. And patterns can change when one person changes how they show up. And this is the foundation of all my work in Relationship Miracle Method, because we don't focus on getting someone back because that's chasing. We actually focus on you becoming regulated, grounded, and self-led, and starting to shift internally, because that's what's going to change the direction of your relationship. You're going to become magnetic. They're going to want to know what you're doing, and they're going to want to be around you. And the whole dynamic is going to shift, because you cannot rebuild connection by chasing. You rebuild it by being somebody that your spouse wants to reconnect with. So if this helped you, if you want your marriage back on track, if you want to know how to rebuild your marriage, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I release at least a video a week, and I'm going to give you all the best insights that I help my clients with who are trying to rebuild their marriages.